And as I mentioned, the Supreme Court starting the trend, step one, of ending birthright citizenship. Does that mean Barron Trump should be deported? It's just despicable. First, Roe versus Wade is overturned, and now we're going to end birthright citizenship. And the Supreme Court, by the way, just ruled that parents are allowed to opt their children out of reading any sort of LGBTQ book. And many of these books are just be who you are and be happy who you are, and educating children that there are all different types of people with different types of backgrounds, different sexualities, but yet the right sees this as such a threat that the Supreme Court, the conservative Supreme Court, of course, had to rule this way. It's a joke, and it was authored by Amy Coney Barrett. By the way, the same woman that Donald Trump was just attacking a few weeks ago, and now all of a sudden she's brilliant as the Supreme Court rules 6-3 on this. Have a listen to the way Fox News handled this story.
Regarding religious liberty and whether parents should be informed and be able to opt their children out from reading books in the classroom that go against their faith. Shannon Bream is at the Supreme Court. We were watching for this one. What's the verdict?
We were, Dana. So this brought together a coalition of parents of different religious faiths and backgrounds who said there used to be a rule in this particular school district that would let them know when there were books that dealt with issues that may be in conflict with their religious faith. Well, so many parents were opting out that the school board and the school district quit doing it. Well, 6-3 today in a decision by Justice Alito, they said these parents have earned at least a preliminary injunction. So while this case plays out, they said the board has to notify them about a book that's in question or anything similar so that their kids can be excused if it's in conflict with their faith. He says, as we've explained, without that, parents are left this choice: either risk their child's exposure to burdensome instruction or pay substantial sums for alternative educational services. Because at one point, Justice Jackson, during the arguments, had said, why don't they just go to a different school? Why don't you put them in private school or homeschool them? Justice Alito and others saying that's not practical for a lot of people. The dissent by Justice Sotomayor, joined by Justices Kagan and Jackson, says today's ruling threatens the essence of public education. She says it's not about bringing kids together to learn about a particular faith, but a range of concepts and views that reflect our entire society. Exposure to new ideas has always been a vital part of that project until now. The dissenters didn't think that the parents should get the opt-out. Justice Alito and the majority say they should.
Yeah, I mean, it's evident to me that the way Fox News is covering this, the way really everybody on the far right is covering this, is with their bigoted views. If you're not like us, if you don't look like us, we don't want your kids learning about slavery. We don't want your kids learning the fact that there are people with different sexualities and different religions. But the Ten Commandments, the Bibles, those can be put in classrooms. These are some of the biggest right-wing hypocrite idiots that America has to offer, and it continues to be that way.